This is a 5-acre garden. Up until 5 years ago, this was where cows grazed and where we cut hay.
Dr. Tonia Cochrane is a biologist who's been living on Bruny Island since she moved from the mainland 31 years ago. And it's fair to say she's obsessed with the plants of the supercontinent of Gondwana.
I love anything to do with natural history, and I love plants in particular. And I really love growing them and telling stories with them.
And Gondwana, you've chosen a pretty old story.
I always thought they were really cool, you know, plants that have been around for a couple of 100 million years and haven't changed at all. And I thought, I'll just grow a couple to show people some of these Gondwanan things. And then I'm one of those people who you either don't do it or you go completely overboard. And yeah, that's happened.
Can you explain for us the flora of Gondwana?
It's a very old flora. You've got Gondwana, the ancient supercontinent that started splitting up in the Jurassic period. And, you know, the various bits of it, South America and Africa, went off pretty early. Tasmania was the last bit of it that actually broke off about 45 million years ago. So the plants that were in that greater Gondwana got carted to various parts of the southern hemisphere.
By planting in family groups, Tonia has been able to highlight the similarities between the different species, regardless of their country of origin.
So one of the classic families, of course, is the Araucariaceae, the dinosaur trees. There's 11 in the collection here, ranging from South American through to Australian ones, of course, New Zealand ones, and a couple of New Caledonian ones. This one, the monkey puzzle, the South American one, is amazing, isn't it?
Now, this has such a great form.
Doesn't it? Yeah, this is one of the spiky-leaved ones, the Araucarias themselves. Yeah, watch out. And then we've got the ones with the phyllodes, the kauri pines, the agathis. And then, of course, the third member of the group is the Wallamai pine, which we didn't know about until 1994.
How are you finding growing this family here?
They're growing really well. This guy is only 4 years old. He went in as a little plant about yay big. And he's growing really well. And these will be massive, great things. You see, I've planted them quite widely, yeah, because they're going to need some room. To give you an idea of how old this family is, this is a fossilised Araucarian. It's 135 million years old from the Jurassic period. And you can see how similar it is to this Wallamai pine in the background.
Yeah, you can see the phyllodes, the leaves, almost exactly the same.
Isn't it? So here we've got the family Notophagaceae, so the Notophagus, the southern beeches. So we've got the Tasmanian Fagus, the endemic one.
Just that little bit of deciduous colour that we get in the native bushland.
Yeah, it's getting there. Then we're moving to New Zealand. There's 4 species in New Zealand. We've got all 4 species. This one, Notophagus fusca, is red beech. Absolutely beautiful.
It's very
plant.
pretty with the bark under there too.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
And you can really see that similarity between the Notophagus gunnii to the New Zealand version.
Yeah. So this is the Proteaceae family here. Huge family. Goes back a long way, 90-odd million years. And these ones here, the Australian ones, the Banksias and Grevilleas and whatnot. And then we've got a New Zealand one, South American ones, and then the South African ones, the good old Proteas.
Big showy flowers.
They are. So this is one of my favourites, I reckon. This is the silver tree, Leucodendron argentium from South Africa.
It's like someone's chromed it.
I'm hoping this is a female with the cones because they're really spectacular in the middle here.
But as a specimen in itself, it's amazing.
And these things grow to about 5 metres high, which is why I've got it sort of as a feature plant out in the open.
Sedges and rushes are really underrated plants.
Yeah, they are. This is a great family, the Restianaceae, truly Gondwanan distribution. This is a real beauty, the tassel cord rush from Tasmania.
Yeah, got one of these.
Yeah.
They're lovely.
But the real diversity is in South Africa, and these are the South Africans here. This one's a real beauty, the Horsetail restio. Looks a bit like asparagus, doesn't it?
Probably less tasty.
Yeah. and these beautiful ones here with the seeds on them, and these segmented stems, which are characteristic of the family.
They're quite easy to grow.
They are, yeah. Just bung them near some water and you'll be right.
But Tonia's garden is bigger than her Gondwanan obsession. She's just as passionate about conservation and spends much of her time planting local species for threatened wildlife, including the endangered 40-spotted pardalote.
Is he still there?
He's closed.
There he is, he's just gone to the back. They're one of the smallest birds in Australia, so
They
so
are
pretty
tiny
hard
birds,
to... Yeah,
and they
are.
love a big tree.
They do. So this is one of Tasmania's endemic bird species, one of our 12 endemics, and it's on the endangered list. So pretty much found either on Bruny Island or Maria Island, and not many other places, even in Tasmania. So the population size is about 1,500 birds, and we estimate here it's about 100 of those. I bought this property in 1990 and the colony size was 12 birds then. So spent the last nearly 30 years trying to bump up the numbers.
And how have you done that?
They're totally reliant on this species of eucalypt for their survival. So this is the white gum or manna gum,
Yep.
Eucalyptus viminalis. Since the 90s, I've grown them from seed and we distribute them to all the local landowners. We get the school groups involved. That's really important to increase awareness, and the community's really involved in it because they know how special it is. Yeah, I'm not going to let anything go out on my watch. You know, you can't have plants without animals or animals without plants. You can't have 40-spotted pardalotes without the white gums. So, yeah, I like to bring things together and make people see the bigger picture of it rather than just focus on the narrow.
So hats off to Tonia for what she's created here. It's so inspirational to see what a bit of dedication and vision can achieve.